Welcome in this video of the First World War. In this video we are going to understand about different causes which were responsible for the First World War. First of all, we will have a brief understanding about the introduction of the First World War. So if we talk about the First World War, it is also called as the World War I. This World War was the most disastrous world war in the whole history, because in this World War both military and the civilians were killed and wounded. Actually, the First World War started in Europe, but soon it was spreaded in Asia and Africa. So this war was spreaded in the three continents. The First World War was also fought on three fronts. That means the air, water and the land. So it can be said that it was a very disastrous war in which more than even 86 countries of the three continents, that is Europe, Asia and Africa, participated in this war. India was also participated in the First World War under the banner of Great Britain. Around 90,000 Indian soldiers participated in the First World War under the guidance and control of the Great Britain, because Britain was ruling India. India was under the colonial rule of the British Empire. So Indian soldiers were also fighting in the First World War. So India was also indirectly involved. So what I mean to say is that this World War was a very disastrous world war in which 86 countries directly or indirectly participated. So let's understand about the main causes which were responsible for the First World War. So if we talk about the First World War, it is also called the World War I or the Great War. It started on 28 July 1914 and continued up to 11 November 1918. In this World War, 70 million military people had participated and even many more died. 20 million deaths. The people, the civilians as well as the military people, both died in this World War. In this war, the civilians were also attacked from the air. So what I mean to say is that so many people were wounded and the casualty was also in the millions. So many reasons were responsible for the First World War. So we will discuss each causes one by one. So let's begin about the causes. If we talk about the participation, there are mainly two groups were there who participated in the First World War. These two groups are the Allies power and the Central power. These are the two main groups between whom the First World War was fought. Now, who are the countries who had participated in the First World War? As I have recently said that these are the two main groups in which the World War happened. These are the Triple Alliance and the Triple Entente. Triple Alliance. The Triple Alliance comprised of Britain, France and Russia. America joined later in 1900. In 1917, America participated in the First World War. That means at the beginning, America was not there. America participated later. As I have recently said that the First World War started in 1914, 28 July. But after a long time, America participated in the First World War. It was a ship called Lusitania. This ship was attacked by German U-boats. So after the attack on the ship Lusitania, 123 American civilians died. So after that, after this incident, America decided to participate in the to participate in the First World War against Germany. Now another fact, Italy in the Triple Alliance, you can see here that the participants were the Germany, Austria-Hungary, Turkey and Italy. Italy initially joined the Central Power, that means the Triple Alliance, but it later joined the Triple Entente. Italy later in 1915 changed his group and went into the group of Entente. Now, what is the meaning of Entente? Entente is a French term which means alliance. Entente and alliance are the same. The meaning of Entente also means alliance. It is a French term. So this is the whole context of the First World War. I hope it is clear to everyone. So let's move to the causes. If it are at the beginning of the cause, I must tell you that you can see this gentleman, Kaiser Wilhelm II. He is held primarily responsible for the outbreak of the First World War. Kaiser Wilhelm II, he was the German emperor. He was a very ambitious ruler. He was a very ambitious emperor. He used to say that Germany had the power to conquer the whole world. Germany has the power to conquer the whole world. And he was a very ambitious ruler. He wanted to capture the whole world. And that is why he started his imperialistic design over his adjacent territories as well as over the Africa, over the continent of the Africa. It began to challenge the other countries by conquering their adjacent territories. So Kaiser Wilhelm II is primarily held responsible for creating the condition for the outbreak of the First World War. He is the German dictator, the German emperor. So let's go. I hope you have understood how this person is responsible for the outbreak of the First World War. Now let's move. Main causes of the First World War. Now if we talk about the main causes responsible for the First World War, these are: the intense nationalism is the first cause of the outbreak of the First World War. Now intense nationalism, what is the meaning of this? Nationalism means nationalism. First of all, try to understand the meaning of nationalism. Nationalism means love for country, his own country. Love for my country is called nationalism. If I forget my regional difference, my linguistic difference, my language difference, my religious difference, and identify myself as citizen of the country, this is called the nationalism. So nationalism is always a good thing. Nationalism is always a positive thing. But intense nationalism is a bad one. Intense nationalism means love for my country as well as hate for the another country. If I start loving my country and hate another country, it is called intense nationalism. It is always disastrous. So I hope that you have understood the meaning of intense nationalism. Intense nationalism is always dangerous for international peace and security. Now intense nationalism was working in Germany. In Germany, the nationalism arose and it started conquering the another territory. I hope it is clear. So let's move to the next. Arms race. Second one is the arms race. Third one, division of Europe into two hostile groups. Imperialism, Balkan Wars, no effective international organization to stop the war, and the last one is the Sarajevo crisis. Sarajevo crisis is also called the immediate cause for the outbreak of the First World War. First, arms race. I hope you have cleared about the intense nationalism. Now we are moving to the arms race. Actually, every country started preparing for the war. Every country was increasing their arms, and they were giving the argumentation that I am increasing my arms for my protection, for my security. But the real intention was strengthening their power, increasing their military power. Now, why any country will increase its military power? Obviously, to spread its control over the another country, which will ultimately lead to a war. So arms race was also responsible for the First World War. Next one, division of Europe into two hostile groups, that is a Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. We have just now studied this. Now third one is the imperialism. What is the meaning of imperialism? Imperialism means expansion of state control. Expansion of state control over the another country. Suppose a country's control and power is extended to the another territory, another country's territory. So it will be called imperialism. Like before independence, British people were ruling over India. So British were called imperialist countries. And we were under the colonial rule of the British Empire. So imperialism means expansion of the country's control over another country. Now Balkan wars. There are like Montenegro, Romania, Bulgaria, all these countries come under the Balkan. All these countries are called the Balkan states. There are total 8 Balkan states among whom Turkey was ruling. So the Balkan War was also an important cause for the First World War. Next one, no effective international organization to maintain international peace and security. There was no international organization, as in the present time we have United Nations. So the United Nations mainly responsible for prevention of war. It maintains peace. If there is any dispute between two countries, they will go to United Nations, and United Nations will try to solve the problem. And it has also the responsibility to protect war. So at that time, before the First World War, there was no international community, international organization. Next one is the Sarajevo crisis, the immediate cause. The immediate cause was the murder of Archduke Ferdinand by Gavrilo Princip. Archduke Ferdinand, he was the future prince, he was the prince of Austria. So he was murdered by Gavrilo Princip. So we will discuss everything in detail. So this was called as the immediate cause of the outbreak of the First World War. So I hope that the main causes responsible for the First World War is clear to everyone. So now we will discuss each causes in a detailed manner. So let's discuss about each causes. Militant nationalism. It is also called as the intense nationalism. The intense nationalism. The meaning of the intense nationalism we have already studied just now. Intense nationalism also and the aggressive nationalism mean the same thing. So love for my own country and hate for the another country is the main essence of the intense nationalism. So this idea was started by, and it was initiated by, Kaiser Wilhelm II. He was the German emperor. He wanted to make Germany as a leader of the whole world. So he began to declare that Germany is going to be the leader of the world. He wanted to make Germany as a superpower. And he had the desire to create Germany so that he would be able to control the whole world. So following his dream, he captured Alsace-Lorraine. Alsace-Lorraine was an area in between the France and Germany. The area of Alsace-Lorraine was rich in the coal. Rich in the coal. It was a coal mine. So this area was very rich in the coal reserve. So he wanted to capture this area so that he can control the whole coal mines. Now if we try to understand the location of the Alsace-Lorraine, the area of Alsace-Lorraine is in between Germany and France. So Germany captured the area of Alsace-Lorraine forcefully. It was earlier controlled by the France. So as in the present time, the oil or petroleum is important for us. So in those days, the coal was an important energy reserve. So coal was an important energy reserve. So I hope it is clear to everyone. The location of the Alsace-Lorraine, the area of Alsace-Lorraine is in between the Germany and the France. Economic competition. There was economic competition between England, France and Germany. So on the one side, Germany was expanding its economy and the military power, and the increasing military power and the economic power was a cause of concern for England and France. International tension. Because of the economic competition and the increasing military power, it created an international tension in the whole world. The whole world gradually began to realize the expansionist design of Germany, because Germany was modifying its army and navy. So it created a kind of an international tension in the whole world. Now if we talk about arms race, every country at the time of the First World War was increasing its army and its armament. Every country was giving the argumentation that they are increasing the arms for their self-defense and protecting the peace. But the real motive of every country was a different one. Germany was building a powerful navy. Also Germany widened and deepened Kiel Canal. It made the Kiel Canal so deeper so that the battleship and the warship can also enter into the Kiel Canal. So if you see the picture of the Kiel Canal, where it is located at the Baltic Sea. At the Baltic Sea, this Kiel Canal is located. So it was widened and it was deepened so that even the warship, large number of warship at one time can enter into the Kiel Canal. So the whole world began to be aware about the expansionist design and the military power of Germany. So here is the same thing whatever I have said just now. England and France were concerned with the growing military strength, and it led to an armament race between the rest of the countries. So I hope that this is clear to everyone. So let's move to the next cause. Division of Europe into two hostile groups. So as I have already said at the very beginning, that there were main two groups, that is the Triple Alliance and the Triple Entente. In the Triple Alliance there were Germany, Austria-Hungary, Turkey and Italy. Italy in 1915, in the year 1915, Italy joined the side of Triple Entente. It went against Germany. And USA joined in 1917 after the cargo ship attack by German U-boats. The name of the cargo ship was Lusitania, in which 123 American passengers died. So it was also one of the cause behind the participation of America into the First World War. Another cause was that Britain had taken so much loan from America. So America was concerned that if Britain is defeated in the First World War, so Britain would not be able to pay back my debt. The loan taken by Britain would not be returned if Britain is defeated in this war. So America participated in the First World War so that it can defeat Germany. So these are the two important causes behind the behind the participation of USA in the First World War. So first reason was attack of the ship of Lusitania by German U-boats. First one. Second one, the loan taken by Britain from America. So these are the two main causes behind the participation of USA in the First World War. So let's move to the next one. Another important cause was imperialism. Imperialism, I have already said, it means expansion of the state controlled. Expansion of state control over the another country's territory. So every country was expanding its territory. On one side, England and France were expanding its territory. England and France. On the other side, Germany became the new imperialist power, who was also very interested to expand its area over Africa. So expansion of the territory and the competition, increasing competition between Britain, France and Germany also led to the First World War. So Britain and France joined together against Germany in order to control the expansionist design of Germany. Balkan War. Serbia, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece and Montenegro belong to the Balkan region. So the whole Balkan region was under the control of Turkey, but these Balkan states were united against the Germany, and after they became free, they were themselves involved into the war. And in this situation, the Turkey and the Bulgaria asked German help because these Balkan states were against the Turkey. They started their war against Turkey and they became against the Turkey. So Turkey joined the Triple Alliance against France and Britain. So if we see these are the main countries which are included into the Balkan region. All these countries were under the control of Turkey. After they got independence from the control of Turkey, some took the help of Germany and some took the side of Britain and America. So I hope it is clear. So let's move to the next one. No effective international organization. So as there is UNO, United Nations organization in the present time to maintain peace and security in the world, before the First World War there was no international community to maintain peace and security in the world. So because there was no international organization present to maintain peace and security in the world, though the dispute between the countries remained unresolved, which finally ventilated in the First World War. So the first Hague Conference and the second Hague Conference, it was the two important conferences which was called by Russia to solve the disputes among the countries, to minimize the arms budget, and in the another Hague Conference it was also called to minimize the disputes between different countries. But these two international conferences failed because of the opposition of Germany. But international organization was not there to maintain peace and security in the world. So it was also another cause for the outbreak of the First World War.